Don't want mommy. Mommy bad. Emma screamed, her tiny face contorted with fear as I reached to hug her. My 3-year-old daughter pressed herself against my mother-in-law's legs, trembling. The rejection hit me like a physical blow. See? Patricia, my mother-in-law, smiled smugly. She knows who really loves her. Don't force yourself on her when she's clearly scared of you. My name is Olivia Parker, and 6 months ago, my daughter stopped loving me. It happened so gradually, I almost didn't notice at first. Small things. Emma not running to greet me after work, refusing to let me read her bedtime stories, crying when I tried to hold her. I told myself it was just a phase, that toddlers go through periods of preferring one caregiver over another. But this felt different. This felt orchestrated. Maybe if you weren't always working, she'd remember who her mother is, Patricia would say, stroking Emma's hair while my daughter clung to her. Some women just aren't meant to be mothers. I'm a pediatric nurse working 3 12-hour shifts per week. My husband James works in it, and his unpredictable schedule meant we needed help with childcare. Patricia had volunteered, moving into our guest room temporarily after her lease ended. That was 8 months ago. The changes in Emma started shortly after. Tonight, as I stood in our living room watching my daughter recoil from my touch, something inside me snapped. Emma, sweetheart, it's mommy. You used to love when I hugged you, remember? No. Emma shrieked. Grandma says you're evil. You hurt me. The room went silent. James, who had been absorbed in his laptop, finally looked up. What did you just say, princess? Patricia quickly scooped Emma up. She's tired, aren't you, sweetie? All this drama is upsetting her. I'll put her to bed. Like hell you will, I said, my voice shaking. Emma, what does Grandma say about mommy? But Patricia was already hurrying upstairs, whispering in Emma's ear. I turned to James, who looked uncomfortable. Did you hear what she said? Your mother is poisoning our daughter against me. Liv, come on, James sighed. Mom's been a huge help with Emma. Maybe if you spent more time with her instead of picking fights. 3 shifts a week, James. I work 3 shifts a week to help support our family. Your mother's turned our daughter against me in the time I'm gone. He shook his head. You're being paranoid. Mom loves Emma. She'd never. I didn't let him finish. Instead, I pulled out my phone and played the recording I'd made earlier that day. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but I'd forgotten my phone in Emma's room during nap time. The audio capture was crystal clear. Sweet girl, you know mommy doesn't really love you, right? Patricia's voice crooned. She leaves you all the time because she doesn't want you. But Grandma's here. Grandma's your real mommy now. Remember what I told you? Mommy is evil. She wants to take you away from Grandma. James's face went pale as the recording continued, capturing his mother methodically turning my child against me. When it ended, he sat there in stunned silence. That's not possible, he stammered. Mom wouldn't? I have more, I said quietly. I started recording after Emma had a meltdown last week when I tried to take her to the park. I knew something wasn't right. I played another clip, this one from 2 days ago. Good girl, telling mommy no. You don't want her hugs. They're bad hugs, remember? Grandma's hugs are safe. Mommy just pretends to love you. Stop, James whispered. Please stop. Footsteps on the stairs made us both look up. Patricia stood there, her face a mask of concern. Emma's finally asleep, poor thing. Really, Olivia, you need to learn to respect her boundaries when she says no too. The sound of her voice, that fake sweetness, made my blood boil. Like you respected boundaries when you systematically taught my daughter to fear me? Patricia's eyes widened in fake innocence. I don't know what you're talking about. James, your wife is obviously having some sort of episode. Save it, Mom. James cut her off. We heard the recordings. The change in Patricia's demeanor was instant. The sweet smile vanished, replaced by something harder, colder. You're recording me? In my own home? This is our home, I corrected her, where you've been systematically abusing our daughter by turning her against me. Abuse? Patricia laughed, but there was an edge of panic in it. I've done nothing but love that child while you gallivant off to work, leaving her with virtual strangers. I'm her mother. A mother who's never here. Someone needed to step up to give her real love. Get out. James's voice was quiet but firm. Pack your bags and get out of our house. Patricia stared at him, mouth opening and closing like a fish. You can't be serious. After everything I've done for you, for Emma. Everything you've done? James stood up, his hands shaking. You've traumatized my daughter and emotionally abused my wife. Get out. I watched my mother-in-law's face contort with rage. Fine, she spat, but don't think this is over. Emma needs me. You'll see, she won't survive without me here. As Patricia stormed upstairs to pack, I sank onto the couch, tears finally falling. James sat beside me, his head in his hands. I'm so sorry, he whispered. I should have seen it. Should have believed you. It's not your fault, I said, though part of me wanted to scream that yes, it was. He should have noticed, should have stopped it sooner. But right now, we had bigger concerns. James, what she's done to Emma. Our baby needs help. He nodded, pulling out his phone. I'll start researching child psychologists tonight. We'll find someone who specializes in parental alienation. A crash from upstairs made us both jump. Then came Emma's terrified scream, Grandma, want Grandma. As we raced upstairs, I knew this was just the beginning. Getting Patricia out of our house was the first step, but undoing the damage she'd done to our daughter, that would be the real battle. And I was ready to fight. It took 3 stressful days and dozens of phone calls to find the right child psychologist. We finally found Dr. Sarah Martinez, who was kind and gentle. She had experience helping kids who had been emotionally manipulated. Her office was calm and cozy, filled with toys and soft colors. It felt like a safe place, unlike our home lately. The past few days had been awful. Emma had been having more tantrums since Patricia left. She refused to eat anything I made or let me help her get dressed or brush her teeth. Every time she pushed me away, it broke my heart. During our first session, Dr. Martinez sat near Emma, who was playing quietly with a doll, sitting as far away from me as she could. Has Grandma hurt you, sweetheart? Dr. Martinez asked gently. Emma held the doll tightly and replied, Grandma loves me. Mommy hurts. Her words sounded practiced and made my chest tighten with pain. How does Mommy hurt you? Dr. Martinez asked softly. Emma looked confused. I don't know, but Grandma said. Dr. Martinez nodded and wrote in her notebook. What else did Grandma say about Mommy? As Emma repeated the awful things Patricia had told her, I squeezed James's hand so tightly it hurt. Everything became clear. Patricia had been slowly turning Emma against me. Mommy leaves because she doesn't want me, Emma said. Grandma says only bad mommies leave. Do you remember doing fun things with Mommy? Dr. Martinez asked. Like going to the park or reading books. Emma hesitated. I don't know. That's because your mother-in-law has replaced your happy memories with fake ones, Dr. Martinez told us later, after Emma fell asleep. This kind of manipulation is common in cases like this. James's voice shook as he asked, How do we fix it? It will take time, but she's still young, Dr. Martinez said. We can help her, but we have to start now. She gave us a plan, therapy for Emma twice a week, family sessions, and steps to rebuild trusts. She also warned us to keep records in case we needed to go to court. Your mother-in-law's behavior counts as psychological abuse, she said, and because of her threats about Emma not surviving without her, we have to protect your family legally. That night, while James started paperwork for a restraining order, my phone buzzed with texts from Patricia. Emma cried for me all night, didn't she? You're cruel, keeping her from the only real mother she's known. She'll never love you again. I made sure of that. I blocked her, but her words stayed in my mind. What if she was right? What if I'd already lost my daughter? The next morning, I took a day off work to follow Dr. Martinez's advice. Just be near Emma without forcing anything. I sat on the floor while she played with her toys. After an hour, she held out a teddy bear. Bear is hungry, she said. My heart jumped. It was the first time she talked to me in months. Would Bear like a pretend sandwich? I asked. Emma nodded but quickly looked away, like she remembered she shouldn't talk to me. But it was something. A start. Later that day, Patricia showed up without warning. James was busy in his office, and Emma was asleep upstairs. I opened the door before she could ring the bell. You need to leave, I said firmly. I will not, she snapped, trying to push past me. Emma needs me. You're filling her head with lies. That's exactly what you did to her, I said, standing in her way. We have recordings. A professional confirmed what you did to Emma. She laughed, but I saw fear in her eyes. No one will believe you, she sneered. I'm her grandmother. I only ever loved her. You only ever loved yourself, James said, suddenly behind me, filming with his phone. The restraining order is being filed today. Leave or we'll call the police. Patricia's face twisted with anger. After everything I did, she was better off with me. But then we heard police sirens. One of our neighbors had called them. As the officers arrived, Patricia completely lost control. She's my baby, she screamed. You can't keep her from me. Emma, Grandma's here. The police took her away as she shouted and struggled. I was crying. James held me tightly, both of us shaken. Then a small voice from the stairs caught our attention. Mommy. Emma stood there in her pajamas, scared and confused. Did Grandma make scary screams? She asked. I nodded gently. Yes, sweetheart, but you're safe now. Daddy and I will keep you safe. She walked down the stairs slowly. Grandma said, but she was scary. You're not scary, Mommy. It was just a small sign, but it gave me hope. That night, for the first time in months, Emma let me tuck her into bed. Can you read me a story? She whispered, like before. I opened her favorite book with tears in my eyes. It would take time to heal, but in that moment I knew our bond wasn't lost. It was still there, waiting to grow strong again. 6 months of intensive therapy transformed our family. Dr. Martinez's gentle but firm approach helped Emma slowly untangle the web of lies Patricia had woven. Each small victory, a spontaneous hug, a shared laugh, a love you, Mommy, felt like a miracle. The breakthrough came during a therapy session when Emma was playing with dolls. She had the mommy doll and baby doll acting out a scene. Mommy has to go help sick children, Emma narrated, making the mommy doll walk away. Then she paused, her face scrunching in thought. But she comes back, because she loves baby. Dr. Martinez caught my eye smiling. Emma was finally beginning to understand that my work didn't mean abandonment. That love could exist even when we weren't physically together. That's right, Emma, Dr. Martinez encouraged. Can you tell us more about what Mommy does at work? She helps sick babies get better, Emma said proudly. Like when I had an owie, and Mommy made it stop hurting. The memory she referenced was from before Patricia's interference, a simple scraped knee that I bandaged. But it was her first clear, positive memory of me that she'd articulated since the alienation began. I fought back tears as Emma continued playing, now having the mommy and baby dolls hug and laugh together. James squeezed my hand, his own eyes wet. The legal proceedings against Patricia moved forward. The recordings, combined with Dr. Martinez's professional documentation and Emma's eventual testimony through play therapy, built an insurmountable case. The restraining order became permanent and Patricia faced charges of child psychological abuse. One evening, as I tucked Emma into bed, she asked the question I'd been dreading. Why did Grandma make me scared of you? I sat on the edge of her bed, choosing my words carefully. Sometimes, sweetheart, people do wrong things because they're hurting inside. Grandma, she forgot that mommies and children need each other. She tried to keep all your love for herself. Emma thought about this, hugging her favorite teddy bear. But my love isn't just for one person, right? I can love you and Daddy and my friends. That's exactly right, I smiled, my heart swelling. Love grows bigger when we share it. She reached for me then, wrapping her small arms around my neck. I love you most, Mommy. The healing wasn't just in our immediate family. James had to confront the painful reality of his mother's actions and work through his own therapy to process the betrayal. Our extended family, initially skeptical of the situation, came around after seeing the evidence and witnessing Emma's transformation back to her happy, loving self. The final therapy session with Dr. Martinez felt like a graduation. Emma bounced into the office, immediately pulling out her favorite toys to show how Mommy and Baby spent the day together. The change in her is remarkable, Dr. Martinez noted. She's secure in her attachment again, able to distinguish truth from manipulation. You've all done incredible work. As if to prove her point, Emma ran over and climbed into my lap, something that would have been unthinkable 6 months ago. Mommy, can we get ice cream after? To celebrate. Later, watching Emma devour her chocolate sundae, bits of ice cream smeared across her smiling face, I felt overwhelming gratitude. We'd come so close to losing her, not physically, but emotionally. Patricia's poisonous influence could have destroyed our bond forever. What are you thinking about? James asked, wiping Emma's face with a napkin. How lucky we are, I replied. How strong our daughter is. Emma looked up at us, her face serious. Mommy, are you going to work tomorrow? Yes, baby. 3 sick children need my help. She nodded, then smiled. That's okay. You always come back, and then we can have more ice cream. James laughed. Maybe not ice cream every time. But hugs, Emma declared. Lots and lots of hugs. Always, I promised, pulling her close. All the hugs you want, forever. That night, long after Emma was asleep, I stood in her doorway watching her peaceful face. The fear and confusion that had haunted her expressions for so long were gone, replaced by the innocent serenity of childhood. Patricia's last attempt to contact us had been a letter, filled with justifications and blame. We turned it over to our lawyer, unopened. She wasn't a part of our story anymore. Our family had emerged stronger, our bonds tested but unbroken. Emma's capacity to heal, to love again despite the trauma inflicted on her young mind, amazed me every day. As I closed her door softly, I whispered the words that had become our nightly ritual. Sweet dreams, my brave girl. Mommy loves you to the moon and back. From her bed came the sleepy reply, love you more, Mommy. And in those 4 simple words lay all the victory we needed.